What if I told you the richest man in all of human history wasn't Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or a European king, but an African emperor you've probably never heard of? A man whose fortune was so vast, he destabilized entire economies just by giving away gold. This is the unbelievable story of Mansa Musa, the King of Kings, the Emperor of Mali, and the wealthiest human ever to walk the earth. Welcome to History 360X, where history comes alive. If you enjoy powerful stories from the past, hit that like button and subscribe. Now let's travel back over 700 years to West Africa, to a kingdom built on gold, knowledge, and legend. Long before skyscrapers and smartphones, in the 14th century, West Africa was home to one of the most powerful empires the world has ever known, the Mali Empire. Mali wasn't just big, it was massive. At its peak, the empire stretched across modern-day Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, Chad, and Mauritania. And more importantly, it sat on top of half of the world's gold supply. That's right, half. Gold was everywhere, in rivers, in the soil, and the Malians knew how to mine it, trade it, and protect it. The Mali Empire rose to power through trade: salt, ivory, slaves, and of course, gold. These were the lifelines of West Africa. And at the heart of this gold-soaked empire, a king would rise to power who would be remembered for centuries. Death. His name? Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa was born in the late 13th century. The exact date is still debated, but what we do know is that he came from the Keita dynasty, a royal lineage that claimed descent from the Prophet Muhammad himself through Bilal, one of Muhammad's earliest followers. But Musa didn't start as emperor. According to historians, Musa became Mansa, which means King of Kings, under unexpected circumstances. His predecessor, Mansa Abu Bakr II, was obsessed with exploring the Atlantic Ocean. Legend has it, Abu Bakr II set out with hundreds of ships, hoping to reach the edge of the world, and never came back. In his absence, Musa was crowned king. This sudden rise to power would change not just the Mali Empire, but the world. In 1324, something happened that made Mansa Musa legendary. As a devout Muslim, Musa decided to perform Hajj, the holy pilgrimage to Mecca. But this was no ordinary trip. This was the most extravagant journey in human history. Mansa Musa didn't travel alone. He took an entourage of 60,000 people. Yes, 60,000. His procession included 12,000 slaves, all wearing silk and carrying gold bars. 80 camels, each carrying up to 300 pounds of gold. Musicians, soldiers, scholars, and merchants. The caravan stretched for miles, moving slowly through the Sahara Desert, across Egypt, and onward to Mecca. But the most jaw-dropping moment came in Cairo, Egypt. When Mansa Musa arrived in Cairo, the Egyptians had never seen anything like it. He gave away so much gold to the poor, the markets, and the local elite that the entire Egyptian economy crashed. Gold prices in Egypt plummeted and didn't recover for 12 years. Yes, one man's generosity disrupted an entire nation's economy. Word spread quickly across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. The name Mansa Musa began appearing on maps, including the famous 1375 Catalan Atlas, where he's depicted holding a golden scepter and orb, the ultimate symbol of wealth. Europeans began to dream of African gold. Some say Mansa Musa's fame helped spark the later age of exploration. But Mansa Musa wasn't just rich, he was wise. After completing his Hajj, Musa returned to Mali with something far more valuable than gold: knowledge. He brought back architects, scholars, and artists from the Islamic world. He began a massive project of building cities, especially Timbuktu, which he transformed into a center of learning and culture. He built mosques, schools, and libraries. One of the most famous was the Sankore University in Timbuktu, a place where students studied astronomy, medicine, mathematics, and Islamic law. At its peak, Timbuktu held over 700,000 manuscripts, making it one of the largest collections of knowledge in Africa and the Islamic world. Mansa Musa helped spread literacy, scholarship, and architecture throughout West Africa. He wasn't just a king of gold, he was a king of ideas. Mansa Musa ruled for about 25 years and died around 1337, but his empire lived on. Though Mali would eventually decline, Musa's legacy endured. His wealth became the stuff of legend. Even today, historians estimate his fortune at over $400 billion in today's money, possibly more. That would make him richer than any tech billionaire, oil tycoon, or ancient ruler we know. But more importantly, Mansa Musa's true wealth wasn't just in gold. It was in the lives he changed, the cities he built, and the legacy he left behind. So the next time you hear someone talk about the richest people in history, remember Mansa Musa, a man who ruled with wisdom and faith. A man whose generosity reshaped economies. A man who turned a desert kingdom into a beacon of knowledge and light. His story isn't just about wealth, it's about power, humility, vision, and legacy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating tales from history. Let us know in the comments, who do you think is the most underrated historical figure of all time?